Hi, it's Nancy Juetten, and I'm the leader of the Raise Your Voice, Make Your Impact Facebook group and the owner of the Learn More, Earn More channel here on YouTube. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you are finding this channel. And my fondest hope is that when you get value, you will hit that red subscribe button and show up live with me every Monday for the Learn More, Earn More show. Sometimes it's a solo show, and sometimes it's me bringing valuable content through a valuable guest expert. And either way, what I promise is that you will learn more, you will earn more, and you will want to make this must-attend viewing as you amplify your authority in the marketplace and show up in all the ways that your ideal clients are looking for you, so that when it comes to solving the problems that they suffer from, you are the one they want to call. I know I want that outcome for myself as well. I decided last year when the COVID-19 thing happened that I was going to double down on podcast guesting as my primary visibility strategy, because how empowering is it to be able to speak up and share your message from your home office with your dog at your feet without leaving your house and without hiring an expensive booking agency. Because I come to this work as a former publicist who helped other people with big names and big names on the rise be seen, heard, celebrated, and ultimately compensated for their winning ways, I happen to have a pretty strong skill set of how to pitch and how to show up and how to speak and how to make magic happen on camera and in a conversation. And so I decided to teach a whole crew of people around the world how they could do that too. One of the tools that I tell people that's so important to have is a media one sheet, so that you can open the door to conversations you can have with influencers where you are the one that they want to talk to. A media one sheet is a really simple tool. It's a one-page document that showcases who you are as a guest that the host would be excited to talk to. It also shares what makes you special, different, and preferred. It showcases your hot, sassy topics that you want to talk about. And it also makes it easy for a host to get in touch with you so that you can get a booking. It's very, very simple. And it's also a powerful exercise in clarity, because so many people have multiple topics that they want to speak about. And they find that by going through the exercise of creating a media one sheet, they realize, oh, if I could just focus on this lane, that could be the greatest thing since sliced bread. I could get booked again and again and again. Amen. And that is really what I want this exercise of creating the media one sheet to serve for you. Because when you are known as the gal who teaches people how to transform their boring bios from wallpaper to wow to attract clients now, guess what? You are invited to give talks about that, and you get invited to give them again and again. Amen. What is your hot topic? What do you want to talk about? What qualifies you as the person who gets to talk about it? And what makes it irresistible for folks to want to talk to you right now? So what I'm noticing in some of my client groups is that folks are obsessing about their media one sheet. They want it to be perfect. They want it to be beautiful. They wished it looked better. They're not sure how well it's going to land. And so they get stuck behind the curtain instead of at the microphone, where they could test out their message to see how well it works. So my suggestion is that you get your media one sheet done and dialed as an imperfect work of art, and then you start pitching yourself as soon as possible, because there are really 6 steps to the whole podcast success equation. You need to prepare your story. You need to position yourself as someone that a host would want to talk to. You need to prioritize the right shows that would be a right match for your message. You need to pitch. You need to ping pong people back into your world, ultimately, so you can profit. If you have a beautiful media one sheet, but you can't step up to the microphone with calm, ease, and grace to have a conversation the host wants to have, you've got an important ingredient that's missing that needs refinement. If you don't have a irresistible lead magnet or call to action to extend to people to invite them to come into your world, then when you speak up on a podcast, you won't be able to harvest the lead that could one day become a client or a collaboration or some other great outcome. So you really do need to start getting in the game as soon as possible. What I want you to do is to go to mediaonesheetnow.com, and I want you to download the sassy free template that I've created so that you can get that powerful exercise in clarity to convey who you are, what makes you special, what it is that you want to talk about that's hot, timely, relevant, and of service to people right now, and how people can get in touch with you. And then what I want you to do is I want you to do 3 things. I want you to visit 3 of my favorite matchmaking sites so you can start attracting and responding to opportunities right away. The first one is on Facebook. It's called the Podcast Guest Collaboration Group. There are over 24,000 members who are both looking for guests and looking for hosts. And what a fabulous matchmaking site that can be when you see someone saying, I'm looking for someone who can talk about how to release 20 pounds in 30 days so you can look great for your college reunion. And there you are, the person who provides that commentary, and you can make a match right then and there. So I want you to go to the Podcast Guest Collaboration site on Facebook. It is free to join. And I want you to start lurking there, observing how people respond, and deciding how you're going to stand apart. The second thing I want you to do is join Podmatch.com. It is a free matchmaking service where you can take the content that you put on your Media One sheet and you can upload it to their platform, add a few keywords, and then as early as tomorrow morning, leads could be served up to you so that you can respond and get yourself booked. And the third resource I want to refer you to is Matchmaker.fm. It's similar to Podmatch, but different in a couple of key ways, which we don't have to get into right here and now. But what I like about it is that every day I'm served up 2 matches that is my responsibility to respond to. And my hit rate is so high that I'm booking myself on 2 shows a week, come hell or high water, come rain or come shine. And what do you know? I want those same outcomes for you. There is nothing better than starting your day with your morning coffee and wondering to yourself, what wonderful audience do I get to share my message with today, and how much better and more masterful can I be in connecting with that host, delivering amazing value that that audience is hungry for, and ping-ponging those people back into my world so that I have a new relationship to nurture that can one day become a client. I promise you that if you respond to these opportunities, you will get immediate feedback as to whether or not the topics are hot or not. You will get the opportunity to refine your message if needed, and then you can start practicing again and again. Because what I have learned over the last year or so is that the more I get on the air, the more I do my own live shows here on YouTube, the more I do my own live shows in my Facebook group, the more confident I become, the more on point I become, the more people discover who I am and decide that they're going to reach out to me and say, hey, I saw you on YouTube talking about A, B, or C. Will you come and talk on my show about the same thing? You were awesome. What if instead of waking up in the morning with your morning coffee and pushing things out, you were sitting at your desk welcoming invitations coming to you because of how well you served through your content that you so regularly provide? Think beyond the Media One sheet and think what's going to happen once you get out there, start pitching yourself, and start showing up as the expert that you are in service to the audience that you most want to serve, so you can bring those perfect people back into your world. I promise you, this is going to become your fastest and most favorite #1 visibility strategy, and you can ride it all the way to the bank when you learn all 6 P's in that system and apply them to your advantage. Believe and behave as if the most important influencer is going to call you tomorrow. Be arms wide open to respond to opportunities like a pro at hello. And imagine what it will be like when you're sitting on a lounge chair, listening to your favorite podcast. And what do you know? It's your voice coming through the system into your own ear. What will that feel like? What will that do for your business, your visibility, your credibility, your authority, and every other good thing that you have to wave a flag for in the business that you are running? If you're as excited about that as I am, what do? You go to MediaOneSheetNow.com and you download the Media One Sheet and you just get it done and dialed and then get on with it. I'll come back in a future video and tell you more about other P's that you can master. But for now, I just want you to get over perfectionism, get your Media One Sheet done and dialed, and I want you to start pitching, because between now and year end, that could be 20, that could be 12 podcast guest spots or more that you can have on your calendar where you're touching and transforming the lives of dozens or hundreds or maybe even thousands of people who didn't even know you existed until you spoke up on that show. If this is the kind of thing you love, opening your mouth, sharing your message, and doing it brilliantly, podcast guesting is going to be your new favorite visibility strategy. It's going to be a whole new world for you, and you're going to love it. My name is Nancy Juetten. I am the leader of the Raise Your Voice, Make Your Impact Facebook group. I would love for you to become part of our amazing community of about 2,500 messengers who are up to big things. And I'd also love for you to subscribe to this YouTube channel so that the next time I come on live, you'll be alerted first and you can be first in line to see what the fuss is about and to get to learn more, earn more lessons that are waiting for you. So with that, I'm going to keep this one short today. What's your next step? Go to mediaonesheetnow.com, download that gift template, subscribe to the channel, and join me in my Facebook group. With those 3 steps, plus joining those 3 resources that I told you about, I promise you, you're going to be on your road to podcast guesting for good and profit, and it's going to happen sooner versus later, and you're going to love it. This is Nancy Juetten. If you've enjoyed this, go ahead and post a comment. If there's something more you want to hear from me in the future, post that comment too. And